Hey everyone, welcome back to True Grit Woodworks. It's time for another build. And today we're going to try a bench. Yeah, that's right, a bench. Primarily made from 2x2s with a few exceptions, the seat portion and the armrest. And I'm going to use wood that I have laying around the house here because trying to find 2x2s at the big box stores is virtually impossible to without any flaws. So I like to use these that I've had laying around here for months and sometimes years. They're dried out. You don't have to worry about any moisture content in them, and they're ideal for this type of stuff. So let's do it. Time to get after it. All right. So here's an outline of the bench. This is a side view, and what we're going to focus on first is the back leg and backrest area here. And about midway up, this takes about a 6-degree transition angle here. So that's what I'm going to focus on first. I don't have any kind of jigs or anything for that. We'll do it by hand. So as long as I take it slow and easy, I think we'll be okay. So I have a piece of 2x10 here that I retrieved from my scrap bin. I've got my angle set at 6 degrees, and this is the cut we're going to make. We're going to attempt to do the first part of it with the table saw. So here we go. Okay, so the straight part I was able to do with the table saw. Now here's where we take the transition to the angle. I'm going to do this side first, and going to do that with the circular saw. All right, we're done with our rear leg and backrest pieces, and they actually came out pretty good, pretty close. Look how lined up they are. Not bad, not bad at all. Now to finish the framing of the sides. Okay, so we have our two rear legs, left and right, base and backrest. We have our two front legs, left and right, 23¼ inches long. And we have our four 16-inch left and right braces. So we're going to put those together now. So what you're looking at here is the side view, the left side of the bench. I measured 4 inches from the bottom to here, here to here. We're going to place our pocket holes here and here. I measured 17½ inches from here, the bottom to there. Likewise on the left, and we're going to add our pocket holes here and here. All right, here we have our bottom brace. We set our stop collar at 1.5 inches, coincide with the thickness of this bottom brace here. That's all there is to it. Okay, so the next step is we're going to secure these braces with some Titebond and 2.5-inch screws. Okay, so there we have it, our left and right side frames for our bench. Actually, they came out almost identical and perfectly squared, what you like to see. Oh, that's going to be wrong. There. Okay. Probably not going to have it that tall as far as the backrest, but I can always cut it down once I decide where it's going to fall in place. But other than that, I mean, it's looking mighty fine. We're going to take this 2x4, cut her down to 37 inches. Two pieces, front and back. Okay, so these braces, this front and back, are actually 1.5 and 1 3/4. So I'm going to have to use my old little handheld pocket hole jig because it will not fit in my other one over there. So what I have to do there, you have to have another piece for it to balance out here like this. Okay, so I'm going to be drilling this one next, put another piece next to it to balance it out, and then clamp it down. So I had to improvise a little bit to make these cuts. Okay, so now it's time to start on the backrest. Yesterday I cut about 6 inches off the top of both sides here, and I used those two pieces for braces here and here. So we're talking about a 37 inches there, up and down. We're going to do, say 16, 37 by 16. And that's where this piece comes in. Okay, so what we're looking at here is the backrest to our bench. Have our top and bottom 37-inch pieces that go horizontal. Then we have our 4 11-inch pieces that are going to go vertical. This here is just a spacer coming out. And then that will add to the bench. Okay, so to make these X's for the backrest, we're going to have to do what's called a half lap. Now, I've already done the first one here. What I need to do is take the second one and do the same thing. And what that entails is these are 1.5 inch thick. This is the part that I need to cut out right there. So I'll come over to the side. See this mark here? That's 3/4 of an inch. That's halfway down. So I need to go over to the saw, adjust my saw, and make this cut. I'm going to do that right now. All right, so we're here at the saw. As you can see, blade goes all the way down here. That's not going to help me if I just want to go halfway down to make this cut. So what I need to do is come over here. I don't know if you can see it. I hope you can. There's a little flap here. You set down and a set screw here, and I set that flap down. So now my saw will not go completely downward to the base, to the bottom. I need to adjust it where it'll only be halfway. Now I've got the saw unplugged from the power source. You always want to make sure you unplug it when you're doing stuff like this. You don't want to have it accidentally hit that button. If you look at the kerf of the blade, that's probably, maybe I need to come just a little bit down or further down here. Yet back out that set screw, and that's pretty much where I want to be right there. Also want to take a couple of pieces of a couple of blocks, sacrificial pieces there, because I want my blade to do the cutting right in this area, not back here, right in this area. So we're going to try to do that now. And one other thing I forgot to mention, just take your time, do this real slow. If you happen to turn this piece a certain way and the blade catches it the wrong way, it can get ugly. So just don't rush it. Hey there. So for the seating portion, I'm going to use these deck boards. I had a couple up there, 5.5 inches, have the rounded edges on them. I think these will be ideal for that bench. This will probably be one of the only things that's not made of 2x2s for this project, and maybe the armrests also. So anyway, I think these are perfect for this build. And that's what we're going to do. You know, if I was to have to do this over again, I could turn back the hands of time, I would make this about 2.5 inches narrower, not so wide, because that would have allowed me to just do the whole seating area with just 3 pieces. Now I'm going to be required to go and cut out a strip to fit in here. It would have been so much easier to do it this way. But oh well. Moving right along. All right. So what we got here. Success. Yes, sir. Okay, well, there you have it. You know, I really enjoyed making that bench. And, you know, I had considered doing the whole thing just the blue color. And one day I was out here and I had that one plank with the stain on it. And my wife just happened to come out and see it. And she goes, "Hey, I like that. I like the contrast and the stain and the blue." So uh, I agreed with her. I think I liked it too. And anyway, I hope you liked it. And thank you for tuning in to True Grit Woodworks. We'll see you again real soon.